Questions for today. What do you use as your armor? In other words, what is your metaphoric turtle shell? And what happens when you feel vulnerable and exposed? How much more armor do you put on? And more importantly, what happens to you when you take your armor off? Yes, I used to wear this uniform. When I was in the Navy, I felt protected and safe behind the armor of this uniform. It gave me comfort, it provided me an identity, it essentially told me who I was. When I retired and I took my uniform off, there was a big part of me that felt lost without it. I didn't know who I was if I wasn't senior chief, and to say it was an initial shock to my system would be a big understatement. You see, this uniform made me feel protected and respected. I didn't have to say anything, and people already had an impression of who I was. And the higher up in rank I went, the deeper my own belief that that's who I was, it grew stronger and stronger. When I became a civilian, I started to work in the health and wellness field, and so I traded in one uniform, my military uniform, for workout clothes. And people started to call me Karen, and it was weird. And it was exciting and it was kind of fun, but it was a lot different. I had to learn how to metaphorically let my hair down and chill out because I was so used to the structure and the rigidity of my uniform and what that represented to me that this was new and different and weird and a little scary. As a result, in those early days as a civilian, I experienced a lot of body pain. I was stiff and my muscles hurt, especially my muscles in my chest and my upper body and my back. And I didn't know what to do without my armor on, so my body became my armor. I was afraid a little bit of knowing how to experience life without my metaphoric uniform body armor on. And I had to work through those defenses, and I had to allow the parts of me that were afraid of being vulnerable and just being me to resurface again. So where and how do you armor up? How do you protect yourself from being emotionally vulnerable? Do you get extremely fit or wear trendy clothes so that other people will see your external appearance and not touch base with the vulnerable, scared person underneath that awesome, trendy clothing, sculpted body appearance? Are you a perfectionist? One of the most common addictive and painful forms of wearing body armor? Or are you an overachiever, super intelligent, or super witty so that you can compensate for feelings of insecurity by overachieving so that people don't see you? Or are you an underachiever and hiding in the shadows of other people because at least if I don't try, I won't fail? So what would happen if you showed up being your real, authentic, true, awesome, vulnerable self? What would you do without your armor on? To be honest, for a while it scared the hell out of me. And then there came a day when it didn't. I had to learn at a very deep and honest level that I was not this uniform. I was not my job. I was not my salary. And I had to learn that my greatest armor, my greatest asset, my greatest uniform has been with me since the moment I was born, and it's called the ability to be myself. That is my greatest armor, and I hate to break it to you. Maybe I don't hate to break it to you. It's your greatest armor too. Yes, I used to wear this uniform. Yes, it's a little tighter than it used to be. Do you know how challenging it was for me to put my hair up? My greatest struggle today is the ability to try to put my hair up so that it fits, so that I can wear it in my uniform.